Guys, we're back after a long break. We took a break before the game week, and then we have the international break and preparing you for the next game week. Gomzi and Dari in the house. What's going on, fellas?
Everything is good. Feels like it's been a long time. We are back here. First of all, shout out to Gomzi. Big news, big things been happening while we've been away. Talk to us.
Well, you know, I was trying to keep it a quiet thing, but you know, I've been. Yeah, not quite anymore, right? I've joined the Brotherhood of Fathers. Yeah, so I had a little baby girl born the 21st of Feb.
Congrats.
She's not little anymore, but you know, so I gotta spend a lot of nights now walking her and thinking about my FPL team.
Right. I still have that chip. I still have that chip in hand, so I didn't.
Yeah, for me, my kid, well, she's 1 now, and she started walking on Valentine's Day, so that was big
nice,
for me.
Nice. She's also an IG model. She's on the gram. Dari has her.
You know.
We'll be doing the commercials soon.
What's been happening in Darius's world while we have been away for so long?
To be honest, it's in LA. It's pilot season, so all after the pilot TV shows and stuff. So I have been crazy auditioning, and I was in a character there for the last 2 days. I was Rogue. When you saw me, a new show coming out on Hulu, so. Crazy boxing character, and a guy from Brooklyn. Yeah.
We don't want any details. Keep it a secret. I know we can't let anything out. But one question, just one question. And before we start to talk FPL, you say you're going to be a boxer. Do you have one of these roles where you get knocked out and we just see you go, I can't act?
like a Bollywood? No.
Are we going to see one of those?
If they pay me, then I'll do it. Yeah, if they pay me to do that, I'll do in slow motion, all kind of thing. But
for the FPL, Gomzi, lead the way. On to the FPL. The past week was the Black Game Week. Talk to us about it. Did well and everything.
Well. First, you could see in the back of me, you could see my points for the last game week, 64 points. Played my free hit chip. It was reasonably successful. A lot of people made more points than me, even though they didn't play any chips. In our FPL Island Guys League, we had Jason Gunness, the mayor of Monrepo, as he's known, with 92 points. Right, big Barca fan, FC Monrepo, 92 points this game week, moving up to 9th in the league. And well, the league is still led by Omari Blake. I think she would have been on some time back. And well, Javon is closing in on him. So it's a tight race at the top of the FPL Island Guys League.
And Javon did say he was coming for that first place. We had him on one of our most recent episodes. For me, I did not use a chip. Still have all my chips, guys. But I had 10 players for the blank game week, but I had a poor week. So I had like 39 points. My big buy was Bale, and he didn't even come on and play. I missed out on a lot of the guys like Lingard, Trossard, and those because I went with Bale. Did not work out. Stuck right now. I think I'm at like 1.3 million. And I guess for the final weeks of the season, the goal is just to climb the table. I've never finished lower than about 500,000. So I am on pace for my worst ever FPL season right now. So the goal in the final weeks is to use those chips and time up. What about you, Darius?
Yeah, I didn't do too bad this last game week. Points wise, I had 46 points. The average was 25. I actually didn't use. Yeah, I actually didn't use. I didn't use any. I only had my triple captain actually, but yeah, Captain Rafinha, and I guess that's what gave me the points. And like I was saying before, I didn't want to. I know guys took minus 12 points hits, but this is what I was saying. I was saying like a game week, this average is gonna be low. So it could have been okay even if you get like a low score and then you save your hit, you never know. But that's 63 by Gomzi, 64, sorry. 46 and 64. The difference between a card, you know? So
If you remember, this guy who would have been on the show at the earlier points, Ian Imamali. Ian took a minus 12 this game week. and made 75 points. You know,
Okay.
he got in all the Brighton players. So some people took their chances and it really rewarded them, you know.
Is he keeping those players?
I don't know what's his plan for the longer term.
Next game.
Yeah, Brighton have some tough fixtures coming up.
Maybe he forget to hit wildcard on the arm.
Yeah, most likely.
Well, talking about the fixtures, upcoming fixtures, it was just announced that Spurs have a double game week. What could be a possible strategy for two of you guys have 2 chips? Well, Dari has all the chips. Dari, what are you thinking about something like that? Maybe a free hit? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking to use a chip in week 31, but the thing is right now I already have 3 Spurs players. I have Kane, Bale, and Son. I'm really torn about Bale. He had a good international week. But I was so disappointed in the last game week, I just wanted to sell him regardless. And this week, I kind of thinking about my transfer. Just to get away from my question for 1 sec, I was looking to get in a Chelsea defender this week, and then my second move was to probably upgrade in the midfield to sell Bale or Son. So that would lead me then the following week to have to get another Spurs back in. So I'm kind of torn about it. Just waiting for some news and praying and wondering if Jose is going to start Bale, because, you know, he's very much rested. Like, he doesn't trust, I guess, those hamstrings. So after the international week with Wales to see what's going to happen. Just wait for some news and decide.
Yeah, Daryl, I think, you know, Bale is a very touchy subject. And I feel like, given what happened with him, with his recent comments about, you know, just getting fitness to go back to Madrid and their performance in the Europa where they got knocked out, I feel like there's a pretty good chance that Jose does not start him. But I mean, if you have him now already, I think you wait a week. But I get the feeling that he won't really be playing as much as you might hope. You know,
that's my thinking. That's my sentiments exactly. So we kind of in the same boat.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe
he might be a hold. He might be a hold for 1 week to see.
Yeah.
But my first transfer this week is going to be Stones, probably to a Chelsea defender. I don't know what you guys think about that, because we were talking pre-show that, you know, I was feeling that City assets right now, or the fact that they're going to wrap up the league, I'm kind of hesitant about them. I don't know where you guys stand.
I'll let Dari go for Salis.
Yeah.
Daria.
I don't know about. I feel like to get rid of Stones, and he could possibly be giving you a clean sheet and a bonus, you know, in a Leicester game coming up. I don't see him much. I don't see them benching him too early. I could see Guardiola playing the main players until maybe the Crystal Palace game. You know, game week 33, when it's in the bag, and he has a point. He has a chance to hit a high 90 score. So it might be too soon for the Chelsea switch, I think. But again, you could be offensive and get a guy like Alonso, who could probably give you a good return. So if you want to put your foot on the gas and try to climb up the rankings, I would say, do something like that. You can make a move like that and go offensive on the line, bringing out Reece James.
Yeah, I'm thinking this is the week to get a Chelsea defender, and I just love those fixtures: Palace, West Brom, Brighton in the next 3.
Yeah, they're solid defensively. So
I mean, always the time to jump on the Chelsea wave. But sorry for straying so far from your question. But yes, I am planning my chip for game week 31. I am considering keeping Bale. So Son might be on the chopping block. I'm not really sure where I'm going to go in the midfield. But right now I'm looking at maybe Stones and either Son or Bale out. I'm hoping during this episode, you know, I come up with some ideas for the midfield spot.
On the topic of getting rid of Stones, I would say, once again, just to be a little careful. Now, Man City is a top defense, right? And Stones has been getting returns.
Just for you guys to pause 1 second. Please remember, I already have Ederson.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess so. Why not get rid of Ederson instead? But the point I wanted to make is that with a strong bench, you can cater for the odd game that Stones might bench, because he's unlikely to come off the bench and give you a 1 point, right? So if he doesn't play, then somebody from your bench can come in as a strong bench player. But if he does play, you have a leading defender, goal-scoring defender from one of the top defenses in the league. So for me, I wouldn't be rushing to get rid of him. I would look for somebody else. You know?
My thinking is just that Edison is a short player for every game. So why not go Stones to Chelsea? That's it.
Yeah. But Chelsea defense is definitely something to look at. I have Rudiger myself. I may not double up on Chelsea defense, but definitely given their strong defensive stance under Tuchel, they have Alonso, they have Rudiger, they have Aspi as the main men. I think you can't really go wrong there as well.
Darius?
No, yeah, I agree with you. I think it's one of those things where we sit back and like I say, you could get Chelsea players who, I think those 4 games could be clean sheets, and then having a guy like Alonso or something like that. I wouldn't switch Stones with a centre back. I would switch him to a more attacking player to get the edge on you in the mini league, you know. So that's just my take on it.
Yeah.
What are your two guys' thoughts on Liverpool? You know, people have been saying like Liverpool have a good run of fixtures. Are you guys confident in any kind of confidence in Liverpool?
Maybe. Well, I'll let the Liverpool man go first, actually.
Well, because I was planning to play my free hit chip, I think my team is structured a little bit different to others. So while people now getting on Chelsea and thinking about Liverpool, I already have 2 Chelsea players. I already have 2 Liverpool players, right? I think the Liverpool fixtures could really lend to a nice little end to the season. And hopefully I'm hoping that people are slow to get on their assets, you know, because they were all loading up on the Leeds and the Spurs and the whoever else. Right. So I'm hoping that people are slow to get on the Liverpool asset. But I think that they could have a strong run now that Fabinho is back in the middle. I think the team is a little stronger now, and you should see not the Liverpool
goals
of last season, but
goals. I don't care how nice they play. I want to see goals. You know, am my FPL team crying for goals or clean sheets?
I just need Mane and Salah to like each other.
Something like a fan. Something like a fan. Something like a fan.
I feel a little different to Gomzi right now because the Liverpool assets I would want, they cost a lot of money, and I'm just not as confident in the team right now. I'm looking at alternatives. So one of the alternatives we just spoke about was Chelsea, but another one I'm looking at right now is Wolves.
Right.
So I could get cheaper players elsewhere.
But what about Diego Jota, for example? He's 6.7.
I would consider him, but I'm not in the. When I said high price, I'm talking Trent, Robbo, Mane, Salah. Like I'm not.
Salah, right? Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, I'm not. So I would look at Wolves, Chelsea right now to get guys who might be on more of a roll and have better fixtures. I don't think now is the time to really say, well, you know, you don't need to consider fixtures with Liverpool guys because the form has been pretty bad. So I would really consider form and fixtures as far as Liverpool concerned. And they have some tricky games. I think Arsenal and there was another tricky game coming up.
Villa.
I think Villa.
Arsenal, Villa, yeah.
Yeah. So those guys, Jota might be the one I would look at. He did score for Portugal as well. I think he had a brace. So surprisingly, 2 headers for such a little guy. So yeah, I would look at the Chelsea guys. I look at Wolves. Wolves is a team I'm looking at right now.
Men playing against Farmers out there and scoring goals.
Farmers on account.
It breeds confidence, man. It breeds confidence.
I hope it translates to FPL points. So looking at the next pictures coming up for game week 30 there, Dari. Who you could see as possible captain options? Who on your team actually could be a possible captain option?
Right now, on my team, I'd consider Bruno. And he's one who did not have such a great international week. Cristiano Ronaldo, please stop taking free kicks and let Bruno get a free kick. That was a personal message to Cristiano. But yeah, Bruno. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys have been watching the games, but Cristiano is just kicking the ball into the wall. And Bruno, you have a successful free kick taker like Bruno right there next to you. So
Right.
At Man United, he doesn't have that problem. So I would put faith in Bruno. He has done well for us all season.
Is that
Even when he's
my
not
captain?
Come again?
Is that who you're my captain this week?
Yeah, Bruno.
Against Brighton?
Definitely Bruno. Yeah, definitely Bruno.
Definite Bruno. What are your thoughts on that, Gumsy?
Well, he's saying definitely Bruno, but I'm watching his team and he has some decent options. I'm seeing Kane. Kane against Newcastle. I'm seeing Rafinha against Sheffield. Have you? Son
That's me right there.
Newcastle. Aren't you considering any of these players at all?
Well, no, I'm considering Kane as well, but definitely Bruno is, I would say, 75% in the lead for me right now.
Okay.
Fair enough. Gumsy, while I pull up your team, what are your thoughts on another captain for this week?
So I'm looking at the Chelsea West Brom game, the first game of this game week here, and I'm thinking, well, I have Timo Werner. Don't ask me how, don't ask me why. But I know that this guy, when he scores heavy.
Right.
And I am just hoping that, he could do something for me for once and score heavy, and that could be a major differential in
Let me
FPL.
just say, after playing FPL over 15 years, that should not be a captain strategy. Let me hope he does something for once. Yeah. That's what
so let's take a look.
You'll have to go back to the previous week. So go to the previous, because that's my free hit team here. Go to the previous week here.
Correct. All right.
Yeah. So this is my team here.
You have Salah. You was now talking about the Liverpool assets. Just saying, huh?
Yeah. So Salah against Arsenal, I wouldn't captain him there.
Right.
But in terms of my team, I have Bruno as an option, Kane, and like I mentioned, Timo Werner as a serious differential possibility.
Yeah. Now, I would say there, no Gumsy, with you, Timo Werner. I mean, I was also a guy who just took a punt on Aubameyang last week, but 11, a big punt. But I don't mind. Werner gets a lot of chances, and I don't see what's wrong with that. And they have good pictures.
What about Bamford home to Sheffield? I see you have Bamford in there. The guy who the Barcelona players are running down for his jersey.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever captain Bamford unless he has like a double game week or something. He chose. I guess it's the same argument for Timo Werner, but he really misses a lot of good chances. And I can't see him scoring really heavy. So I don't think I'll ever captain him.
I don't know if you guys read our story. Quick side note that Dembele wanted a Bamford shirt, a Bamford jersey.
Yeah, you can see all the men who playing FPL. Huh? You can see all these guys playing FPL.
The man is wanted by Barcelona guys. I mean, captain him.
Yeah, I mean, Gumsy, I feel like this is how I could look at this. You could look at this from like a mini league perspective, or like the overall picture of what your goals are, because I think the majority of people are going to captain Kane, right?
Yeah.
And if Kane goes hits it out to the ballpark for a hat trick, you might find yourself dropping in the rankings. But
well, the good thing is that I have Kane, so it mitigates against some level of risk. Yeah, definitely. I have him.
No, but definitely, but Werner now, if Werner hits, now you could definitely see yourself into a top 60K, So you could see us that you're in a good position to be in. Or a bad position. I don't know which one.
Just looking at your team, Gumsy, as we were speaking about my team previously, now you have the same kind of conundrum where you have Stones and Cancelo. What was your plans there?
So my plan is really at some point I want to get KDB, and I already have 3 City players. So that is my biggest conundrum. Were it not for KDB, I would not consider dropping Stones or Cancelo. But I'm trying to figure out a way how I can get KDB into my team, and one of them would have to go. I'm leaning toward Cancelo because he's the priciest, and probably go Cancelo to look sure and find a way to bring in KDB thereafter.
Okay.
Did we get news on Son yet? I checked today. I didn't get any news on Son. It had nothing break out on Son yet.
Nah, I haven't heard anything.
Okay. All right. And I guess I could pull up my team and talk about my captaincy pick or potential captaincy pick for this week. But this is how my team is gearing up for war next week. And I am feeling to be differential and leave it on Rafinha. I like the chances he's creating. I love the chances he's creating.
Yeah. I couldn't argue with that.
I just because I love the chances he's creating, he doesn't get subbed. He takes set pieces and they play in Sheffield. I mean, I fighting for like mini league. I fighting for everything right now. I cannot go like a Kane or something. You know, I have no options but that. But
so my thing is that from a statistical standpoint, Rafinha is a very, very strong choice. He, over the last maybe 10 game weeks or so, he has been dominant in terms of attacking intent, creative intent. Like, he's really one of the top players. What I would say as a caveat, of course, is that Leeds are playing at home. And Leeds seem to be doing a lot better away from home. Their home ground seems to be giving them a little bit of trouble in terms of really getting flow in there. So that would be my caveat against captaining him. Sheffield United, on the other hand, their defense is getting from bad to worse. Since the guy left, I can't remember his name right now.
Wilder.
But Chris Wilder. Since he left, their defense is even getting worse now. So I think it could be a perfect storm, but the Leeds home ground, that Ellen Road ground, I feel could be a reason to possibly. Yeah.
I was okay before this happened. I was okay. I had no stress in the diary. Like, I was like, you know what? I have one free transfer. I could probably just make a transfer. Don't have to look at captain. And now, God, and I know that's true. I know they struggle to score. I'm highly considering that dumb move of bringing in Aubameyang. I would have a lot of money in the bank. Is there somebody you guys could look at from these fixtures that could possibly be into my team? I'm leaving Bale in, but somebody
I'm considering, although I'm still waiting to hear for us to go into our picks to see if you guys throw out a name that might sway me in another direction. But somebody I'm considering this because, as I said previously, I'm considering getting out Son or Bale. Is Grealish is back in training, and Villa have a good fixture, so that's one I would be thinking about. Villa would definitely look better with Grealish back in there, so that's one to consider. And yeah, I'm just waiting for us to do the picks and see what other midfielders you guys throw out.
All right. Well, Gomes, do you have any advice of somebody who you might be thinking of? Because I definitely have the money if I move forward to Aubameyang. Should I keep Aubameyang against Liverpool? If your thoughts on that game, or should I make a move maybe?
It depends on how safe you want to play, right?
Not safe at all. Not safe at all.
In my opinion, I would keep Oba just because Liverpool have been pretty bad lately. That's it. Short and to the point.
Yeah, right. I as a Liverpool fan, I would say nah. Liverpool is getting better. Get rid of Oba. Kai Havertz from Chelsea.
My problem. I think I thought about the Chelsea. My problem is I don't know who's gonna start. I don't want this man come on in like 80 something. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. True. That could always happen.
Well, like I said, until you guys show better prospects, Grealish is back. He's gonna play 90 minutes. That's all I have to say on that.
All right. Well. How about we go into somebody must have defenders then for this week?
Yeah.
I'll go first. I'll say Azpilicueta because that's the guy I'm probably looking to buy. Chelsea should be pretty safe with West Brom at home.
Yeah. Do I have to go from another team because I'm leaning toward?
No, you don't. You can go the same team.
You're leaning to
I'm
who?
going to go Mr. Alonso from that same game. Very, very attacking shots in the box. Very attacking on that left flank. West Brom should be fodder for a player like him.
And for me, I'll go with. I mean, he's on the field. Dallas. I mean, a lot of people have him. I think Dallas would be a good player against Sheffield. Sorry, in Liverpool. Keeping him in my team, starting him on my team. How about midfield?
Yeah. You guys go ahead.
From midfield, the obvious one, Bruno. Captain choice for Daryl, possibly captain choice for me as well.
Yeah, but that didn't help me with my transfer. I was hoping you guys hit me some from left field. That's why I let you go first. Go ahead, Darius.
I actually have an issue against the Bruno right now because Brighton has been doing their thing defensively, keeping the ball in possession. So You can't go wrong against Bruno, but I don't see a big score running up.
That Brighton doesn't scare me. United at home.
I can see a 1-0. I can see a 1-0, but
right.
I don't. We don't go into that one. I can see a 1-0.
Darius, by chance, do you remember the first game Brighton played Man U this season?
I don't remember.
Just to remind you, Bruno scored after the final whistle. Just to remind you.
I remember.
So don't rule him out.
I wouldn't rule him out. But Brighton have been a lot better defensively last 5 games. So I'm not ruling him out, definitely. But if I had to pick somebody, is probably gonna be my captain, Rafinha, in that game.
Yeah.
I think Rafinha would be somebody.
You guys have both picked guys who are already in my team, so thanks for no help with my transfer.
I mentioned Kai Havertz to you.
Kai Havertz.
That was one. So
completely ignore that.
My pick, although I mentioned Grealish, but just for everybody watching, I want to throw out a different name, and I'll probably say Neto from Wolves. So that's another one I'm looking at. Wolves kind of hitting some form as of late.
But they're playing West Ham.
Yeah, it's a tough fixture, but Wolves looking good though. So I just wanted to throw some different than Grealish for the other people. Because somebody who's listening might already have Grealish, Bruno, Rafinha. So I just wanted to give out the front name.
Yeah.
Up top.
I don't want to jinx it, but I called his name already. He's in my team. He has the vice captain on him currently.
Harry Kane. Harry Kane.
Mr. Timo Werner.
Oh, he's the vice captain?
That's a big pick.
Oh, okay.
I'll go with Calvert-Lewin.
And for sure, probably 65% or 70% everybody captain is Harry Kane. You can't not ignore that. So, yeah.
What they were saying about Newcastle, that Newcastle Spurs game, that Newcastle at home is not as easy to break down. So, Kane is Kane, but just kind of beware of Newcastle at home. I just want to throw that in your mind a little bit to help you sleep tonight.
My thoughts on that I just see like that Spurs and that when they start, it's just they don't stop, boy. Spurs team don't stop. You guys have a differential or under the radar pick going in for this game week. I think that's on the agenda for us right now. Somebody who's owned by 5.
I had one, but he's owned by 5.3%, so he's over 5. So I have to change my pick now. I was gonna go with Che Adams from Southampton, but he's 0.3 over our Sheffield, our threshold. So
I was now about to check the Southampton team because I too was looking at Ward-Prowse. Is he over?
Ward-Prowse
he's owned by 10%. Yeah, definitely over.
Okay.
I didn't check any pre-show, so Che Adams was definitely gonna be my pick. So now you guys go ahead, and I need to change my pick.
All right. I actually just had to change my pick because before we started, no, he's still under 5. I would put in the guy who's kind of in form right now, Jota. Jota is 4.7, but he's probably gonna cross by the time this airs. So 4.7 Jota, playing off of international form.
So I'll steal a guy you guys mentioned before. So Havertz is just owned by 2.8%.
Differential.
Yeah, 2 point. That's a huge differential right there. 2.8%. So.
And my differential is a play you never thought you would see below 5%. We're hoping that the international break help get the Jumbie off his back, Sadio Mane for Liverpool.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So I'll jump in with a bold prediction. I'll go first because you guys usually the ones to make the very huge bold predictions. So I'm pretty tame compared to you guys. But this week I'm going to go and say that Leicester is going to get a win or a draw at home to Man City. I don't think City is going to score more than 1 goal this week. So yeah, that's it.
That's pretty bold.
That's pretty bold. A bold prediction would be for me. I think Timo Werner is going to score.
How many?
Yes.
How many? How many?
One.
Come on, give me two. Give me two.
One isn't bold.
What do you mean bold? Timo, like, let me put this into sentence. Timo Werner scores. Like, that's gonna be the headline.
At least give me a goal and an assist.
Scores.
One is not bold.
I just saying he scores.
He can get one off his knee, one off his backside.
I think John Stones have more goals than Timo Werner.
Yeah, but give me two. Give me two. Be really bold,
John Stones have more goals. Nah, you're talking about a striker that doesn't score goals. I'm saying this week he's scoring a goal.
Gomzi, I know you could be that. What's your bold pick?
I think that's a bold prediction, but whatever.
My bold prediction, even though I have two Spurs men, is that Tuesday something is wrong with Spurs right now, and Newcastle for the upset. Newcastle 2-1 over Spurs upset.
I don't believe that's happening. While I think this Spurs ship is sinking, this is not a game I think is gonna sink. So we'll see. I don't
saying nothing. I was saying between this one. I ain't getting between this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that one. Well,
we'll come back to that one in the next episode then.
I think we can wrap it up.
We can wrap it up with that
everyone
one
next week. Once again, shout out the winner. Who was Jason? Jason was the top scorer again, right? Shout out our friend Jason.
Points, yeah.
Come and finish this week,
Jason. Shout out Gomzi again. Shout out baby girl Gracie.
Fighting for everyone. Getting that top 100K this week.
Yeah. Thanks,
congrats again to Darius. We can't wait to see you get knocked out.
Knocked out.
Stay tuned, everyone. FPL guys.
Congrats on Dari. Wait, hold on. Congrats on Dari. Brooklyn Nets signing a bunch of all-stars. Congrats, Dari.
and we had a couple guys in the chat asking me, like they were trying to insinuate I'm just a fan. Darius knows from a long time ago, supporting Nets since the beginning.
Dari was on Flatbush building the arena. Dari was on Flatbush.
With the Brooklyn Nets from before.
Brick and mortar.
And I'm looking behind me right now and seeing all you guys out there jumping on the bandwagon. I'm seeing you coming behind me. Hurry up. We only allow an application for so much longer. Right. Darius, stay strong because you are a New York Knicks fan. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Take care.
Take care.